Hi guys, and welcome to the Rainbow Six Replays YouTube channel. Today we want to present the video highlights of the match between Fnatic and Team Secret during the Europe League 2024 Stage 2. Don't forget to subscribe and put a like. Enjoy.
Really fast execute, maybe leaning into wide. They're so good at this side of the map. In they go. There is the plant going on down. In towards smoke. Adrian's ate an absolute mouthful of bullets from Canto off the back of it. But this plant's going down. A C4 is over, and Virtue's going to find himself toasted as well. Fnatic have responded.
It's a diffusers down inside a site. The best they've got really is throw in a Dokkaebi call and just see if you can maybe pick up a kill in the confusion. They can't, as Jegs manages to find Savage. It leaves it all up to Doom. He's on the secondary as well. It's going to be the SMG. Tough fight all round. It's Canto who picks it up, and Fnatic, they take round one.
Maker, it's a good first round there for Fnatic. They held on well after this bit of recovery. Still, I like the intent coming out from Secret. I'm hoping we see more round. Try and get the main breach open, so we'll try something else instead.
Yeah, I do love that use of the clash. How about that for an angle, though? Absolutely beautiful from June, finding the headshot onto Canto. That's going to be the Legion down as well. So some Gumines lost, no doubt, as they will die with the operator. Of course, being a gadget that comes online all the time. But the clash here can really play spoiler for an awfully long time because they can just keep bullying their way out onto this catwalk. And look at that. There you go. Leon just flipped, and you don't always know it's coming. You kind of get into a rut where you think he's just going to keep coming out with the shield, but absolutely not. Jegs manages to find Virtue as well, and Fnatic have swung the round in their favour again, and this is going emphatically in their direction now, Des. It's all up to Doom. He's the one that got a kill so far. He's going to keep trying to find more, but it's going to be very difficult. 15 seconds to go.
3 players on the side of Fnatic have all gone out to basically extend to the other side of the map, knowing that Diffuser isn't in his hands right now. He's got to come and find kills. Let Leon be the one to frontline. Let him be the one to feed info if he comes through terrace. They ain't got to worry about nothing here. Really solid round for Fnatic once again. And Secret, I praised him in the mid-round there.
Up at those barricades and just trying to prevent entry whatsoever. And Team Secret struggling to get in the map a little bit, but how about that? Adrian manages to find Canto with the spray through the barricade. Jegs is in Geisha with the Kaid. He can prevent a plant going down potentially if they don't clear him out, but the job is pretty much done now.
Wow.
Flawless round comes on it.
As a result, that one there is much more what I was expecting. Isolating and getting drones onto Canto, having someone there ready for the cross, and it's one thing I love about this map overall is there's these really good sort of vertical slices that you
Team Secret to try and solve.
But now get
Problem
the vertical work done, yes. With that down taken offline, they haven't got to worry about an extra 30 seconds of waiting for smoke to expire. They can afford to just go a little bit more aggressive. Canto, though, who, as I mentioned, has gone down the last couple of rounds as the first man, has waited for Leon to take that fate this time round, and now is coming online. A 3K in round 1, a 2K here. Not bad going for him.
No, Canto definitely excelling on Karaoke and T. He gets taken out there, but it doesn't matter. The damage has been done from him. What he's done in the mid-round, almost the late round really, has turned that momentum, turned that manpower into the favour of Fnatic for at least a short time. So it was a great double from him and really well timed. But Savage is able to just wander in through Karaoke here. Grubby manages to find Sarks elsewhere. And the question is, do they know about Savage coming in? Yes, they are going to see him, but he manages to give him the razzle-dazzle, moves around the reinforcement and finds the kill with a bailiff. Deepak manages to survive at least a little bit longer. He's holding those long angles, but can he find his man? Yes, that's Grubby taken down. 8 seconds left to go. Savage really needs to stick this, and I don't think Deepak's going to have an opportunity to close it out. No, he's not. So we now find ourselves 1v1.
Big ET to clutch it out. We've seen him do it so many times before. Sees the head, but isn't quite quick enough on the trigger. Dancing around this barricade. It's playing against your own reinforcement here. That's the frustrating part. He's being teased by Savage, but he finds the shot. 3 rounds that we've had so far where I think both teams have shown proficiency, but also lacking in certain areas across the rounds. Good enough for Fnatic to move up towards, being in a spot where they're now at 3-1. It's taken a clutch to get there. It's taken a massive 3K from Deepak in the process. But I feel like Secret have warmed into it a little bit more now as well. Again, round 2's a bit... But it's going to be on the attacking side to make the move here. It's June who's got to find a way through. Maybe waiting for his team to scrub up and get ready. Canto hits the deck here as Adrian on for a second in the round, making it all happen so far.
Yep, June manages to find Deepak down 5 versus 2. That's a big battle for Team Secret to win out, and this one could be going flawlessly. There's only the Clash left alive, and a super short. He ain't going to help you, Leon, let me tell you that. June manages to get the kill.
That's what you want to see him getting below, but as of yet, not really been a thing for them. More looking to use it to control the potential roamers around the map. Right sort of idea. Sees the booty, going to find his man stepping back, and Kanto yet again is the first to fault him.
Leon is there for a trade though, manages to pick up one onto Grubby, and that's going to leave us now 4 versus 4. But again, Team Secret have been very good at maintaining that man advantage the last couple of rounds. They continue to do so, but Jegs, he's there to level it up. 3 versus 3. We see smoke going down, 15 seconds left to go, and Team Secret are going to have to go here. They don't really have a choice, and the Warden could be a huge play from Deepek here. He's just having to move into position to try and see that planter, but he can't quite get the angle, and Virtue's likely to stick this, but no, it's Sarks who manages to stop him in the nick of time, but then kills keep flying in. Doom, he makes a grab for the diffuser. He's going to extend the clock if they need it, but I think they'll be, given that it's their favourite map, it's their #1 preference, they don't often get to play it. I think they're going to be pretty confident on the defence here that they can lock down those 2 top floor sites, which Fnatic now have been unable to do. That gives them the 4 rounds that they need. You know, if they find a 3rd choice site win, then yep, it's a bonus. But yeah, Team Secret, I think, carry a lot of momentum in with... There's somebody up above, but can't get into position. Team Secret defending it well. Look at that. Doom not going to allow Fnatic to take advantage of that verticality in the way that Team Secret did. Great opener. The
idea, this 1v1 always quite entertaining to see how it breaks on down, who hits the shot first. Of course, Deimos is locked into his pistol. Problem is, it also serves a bit of a bait tip, as you've just discovered. Immediately, there is someone there to respond and assist. Doom does hit the deck, but it's a 2v4 for Fnatic. Not a great start.
Yeah, you just know that that intel is being shouted out for, you know, anybody unaware. When Deimos is scanning, he gets a really accurate location, but his location, generally speaking, it's a little less accurate, but it is given to the defender. So they're just screaming that out on the comms. You know, they're just screaming, Deimos is bottom black stairs, go and get him. And Adrian does exactly that. So that's going to give us now a 4v1. And it is not looking good right now for Fnatic.
It's not. Leon's going to start with 1. He's still with 3 more to find, and I feel very bad saying it. Suddenly, Leon, you ain't...
Now, how do they deal with this situation with only 30 seconds left to go? A nade is going to be helpful, but it still can't get the job done. The player underneath unable to find it. Leon does manage to pick up Virtue. Doom gets one back, but in the chaos that ensues, the maelstrom, Fnatic do manage to pick up a couple of kills, but Team Secret are holding on well. Adrian picks up Kanto, and it's all of a sudden 1v2 for Deepek. 8 seconds left to go. Little option, but to try and throw that diffuser down potentially. He's looking for a plant spot, but knows he needs to find kills, and he can't.
They're going so aggressive and doing things that, frankly, a team like this is crazy. A team should not be able to get away with this kind of thing at this level of play, but they completely delete the backline. Yeah, Fnatic get torn in 2. There's a couple trying to put it about Barbecue Kitchen.
Yeah, it's not a terrible pace from Fnatic so far. That's a good opener, but Grubby's there for one of his own onto Kanto. 4 versus 4 now. But yeah, Fnatic have got themselves across that top floor, over halfway, pushing through Drum. They can now start to pressure Geisha. Next step is they need to remove Virtue fairly quickly. They don't want to waste too much time, but they do need that verticality if they're going to go on into site. Leon manages to find Doom.
To do it with, admittedly, that, you know, a minute and a half they had. I think it was 2 minutes left on the clock when they had control of Drum. Is still running its way through. Adrian going offline, though, is massive for them because he has been one hell of a nightmare for them this whole game long.
Virtue could be on a huge flank here. We've just saw him moving up house. He's going to come back through Shrine. If Fnatic fail to deal with this, they're in trouble. But Sarks is well aware. Probably picked up on a drone or something whilst moving through. And that's great comms from Fnatic. Jegs finishes it off with the Vendetta kill. And that's going to be...
not exerting the same amount of pressure on top side towards Shrine. I think it was... whoever was pushing that was still basically stood inside of the house side of things in VIP, waiting to start out a few good rounds. I think let's not forget they won the last 2 rounds in the previous half as well. Walking in through Barb here and going in aggressive. A few shots comes in, but that flash was well timed as well. Groovy finished off here. And although this is in sight, they've absolutely deleted them, Tim. 3 fall away really quickly. A C4 over the top. Doesn't quite 4 of them, but they've got drones that they can work with. They know it's highly unlikely that Adrian or Savage, being the anchor players in this round, will be the ones getting off site. But Savage has already found one. No, but boys, no. We cannot let this happen. We cannot let it happen.
4v2 becomes a 2v2, and Fnatic are going to be starting to ask questions about exactly where these last two defenders are, because again, the movement has been good. Adrian's kept himself in and around Geisha, but Savage has relocated here, and if they're not aware of that, that could be a big problem for them. Only 4 drones left online for the side of Fnatic, but they answer the question.
And I was just like, he knows what he wants to do here. He wants to play for the stall. But I think as soon as Savage has got a little bit too aggressive for his own good and got himself caught out, that's when things start to fall by the wayside for him. Great shot here at range as well, but it was unfortunately that down onto Savage that I think saw that round. EMP's coming out from the Thatcher. And a lot of time.
And nearly half of the round as well. Like you say, a lot of utility. And what has it done? It's given Adrian an opportunity to run out and take Leon down. That's going to be the Thatcher gone. Doesn't matter. The gadgets had already been used. Starks does manage to pick up Doom elsewhere. So that's the... somebody like Grubby who's currently stood inside of a mute jammer, so the scan will not be successful, and it's just limiting the impact that Deimos can have. Starks does get taken down. Kanto manages to find Savage as well, and it's this constant trading back and forward, but Team Secret always seem to be getting the first. If that continues, they will come away with the round, but for the time being, Virtue, he's just bouncing about, checks the catwalk and see there's nobody out there, nobody challenging the breach, so that tells Secret now that they just need to front up towards Shrine, towards Terrace. That's exactly what they do. Adrian manages to find Deepak. Virtue with the last, and that's going to be Team Secret taking a really important fight. Maybe needs to play a more patient game, try and get onto the backside. They're losing out again to the bandit tricking. Kanto does manage to pick up Grubby though. That's going to be the mute offline, and we can see he's hungry for more, but it's going to be Virtue who manages to find the kill for first round.
Problem is, it's always the clock that works against Fnatic, right? You can have that numbers advantage, but just as it runs lower and lower, it always makes me nervous. A great shot, Sarks, though, seeing Savage just putting his head above the parapet and takes it clean off his shoulders. 2 left standing, and the pressure is building. But Tim, we've been in this 4v2 before. It feels weirdly deja vu. I feel like I've seen this before. However, Fnatic came out on top then. They may well find themselves doing it again here. Virtue, the last man left standing. 3 smokes in his back pocket. So he's got a lot of opportunity to stall here, but not going to have the chance.
Very easily, but not going to find its mark for the time being. 5 versus 5 still as we're coming into the final minute, but Starks manages to shut down Grubby. Lucky as well, challenging onto the shotgun at such a close angle. Kanto manages to find Doom, and Fnatic for the first...
Quite balanced overall, the 3-3 halves, but I think defenders have generally looked a little bit more composed, just a little bit of trolling along the way to mix it up a little bit.
20 seconds left to go, though. The clock is going to become a factor here. Virtue tries to get aggressive. It does not pay off as Deepak manages to find him. Jegs with the trade onto Adrian. 1v4. Diffuser going down. Almost impossible for Savage at this point. He finds one, but surely just the consolation as that plant will now be confirmed. And Fnatic, they just need to hold on. Just don't do anything silly here. They can just hold their angles. They've had the time to get themselves into better positions. Starks has been down, so it's effectively 1v2, but still Savage really up against it.
He is, and not enough opportunity here, not enough time to play with, I don't think, to get rid of all 3 of them, especially when they've scattered out to the high winds, and Sarks literally found himself a pick.
Favor. You know, it was 5-1, it was 6-1 in round 7 in favor of Team Secret was the entry, but since then Team Secret have only had 1 entry kill. It has been all Fnatic. Bandit trick is going to be attempted, but again, that was something that Fnatic tried themselves or not.
Gonna force their way through here, has to win a crucial gunfight to start things off, and sure enough has got right on them. The swing comes on through, but no! Was looking in towards Geisha and paid the price for it. Down to a 3 versus 3 though, they've at least balanced the numbers back out. Secret find another, Virtue's got in. Again, Fnatic are letting them back in. The door was closing behind them, but they've jammed their foot back into the mate. I'll let you run through. The Secret so far might be able to step back in. 1 man left alive. It's Vigil. It's Sarks. The Roma earlier in the round has got to deal with 2 players here with 20 seconds to go.
Makes what could be a clever quick movement there to get himself through T. I'm not sure how much this flank is being watched from Drum. The focus now, of course, being towards Sarks. Just needs to wait for his moment, but it's never going to come as the final kill arrives. He goes down.
There, it's a 3 versus 3. Anything can happen, and Secret managed to get it over the line. Such a stinger, because it really felt like Fnatic had a good thing going there and could have closed this out 8-6.
Yeah, I think just a little bit of a lack of awareness of those drum stairs. The player had to move to pick up as well. We know how damaging he can be. They just need to aggress from multiple angles and guarantee the kill. But Jegs, he's going to find him. And Savage is there for one onto Boy. 1 or 2 shots need to be found onto him to close him out of that position. 30 seconds left to go. Grubby manages to find Leon. Fnatic just stalling out a little bit.
What more can they do? They're trying to force their way in. Here's Terrace door. Double red ping comes on through, so they know where they're coming from. Flashes might at least assist. But can they get rid of his army? Yes, they can. But Groovy steps in. That's Jegs falling down. Down to a 1v2. Secret might be crumbling at the seams. A C4 over finds one more. It's a 1v1. Kanto versus Groovy. Plant going down here, halfway to the point of being completed. And Groovy's going to try and swing on through. Does he even know where Kanto is? Kanto completes, has rounded himself away. Can you redeem yourself, my son? No, he cannot! He had the shot lined up and could not get away with it. Groovy.
The clutch from Deepek, that was, I think, a turning point. Like, so many things. And yeah, actually, if you look at the stats here, like we said, it came down to 1v1. Maybe Fnatic should have won that. If you look at the stats, it's actually crazy that Fnatic almost won that. If you look at just how frag heavy Secret was.
Yeah. And what did we say? We set up 3 things as to what Secret successes were in the pre-match. We set up Adrian Doom are on a heater right now. Look at that scoreboard. We set that Savage was IGLing well. We can't really show that scoreboard-wise, but Secret got the win. And they were getting themselves onto maps that they love. They get their #1 map preference. Sure, it is a victory that's...